All right, what's up, guys? It's Marky Mark here, Mark A. Jackson. Welcome to my channel. I'm coming to you direct from North Carolina, USA. I want to jump on here because I want you to know that nothing's going to stop me. I am obsessed with my dream of living out my days in my retirement in the great country of the Philippines. And darn it, nothing's going to stop me. Now, what do I mean? You want to make sure that your health is right. You want to make sure that you're reasonably healthy before you go 8,600 plus miles to another country to retire. And oh my God, I'm going through it right now, guys. I just got back. Well, not just got back, but a few hours ago, I went to the pain clinic because some of you may already know I have severe neuropathy pain all over my body. It's just spread all over my body. And it did it rather rapidly within 90 to 120 days. I had got down to 139 pounds. I mean, it just wasn't a good look. I was passing out. I was fainting. It wasn't good. But I was determined to win, guys. I'm determined to make it happen. And as you saw in my last video, I've already bought my ticket. And I didn't get a ticket with the insurance on it in case you don't come. I wanted to be all in. I didn't want to have no looking back. No looking back. And Davao City is where I want to live. So anyway, I went to the pain clinic today. Wonderful pain clinic doctor there. She listened to me, answered my questions. She had a million questions for me. But guys, understand I have a very low pain tolerance. I cannot deal with pain. Maybe that's why I was so good in martial arts back when I was younger, because I didn't like to get hit. I don't like pain. I don't like to get hit. I don't like to get kicked. I don't like to get punched, any of that stuff. But I was very good at dishing it out. I could punch, I could kick. I was very fast. But I didn't like to get hit. And so I think that was an asset for me when I used to fight in martial arts. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. When I go through pain, guys, at night, nighttime is the worst for neuropathy pain. And mine usually kicks in right around 9 o'clock at night. And it lasts for hours and hours. And the only time I got real relief where I could sleep at night was when I got a narcotic. And I don't mean one of those super strong ones. I mean something like an Altram or what they call it, Tramadol, 50 milligrams, right? And I don't even need it all the time. But when I need it, I need it. But here in the United States, because of the stringent laws, you know, doctors don't even give you, they don't care how bad you're hurting. They won't even give you the mildest narcotic unless they send you to the neurologist. And guys, I call it the medical matrix, at least in this country, United States. And I don't want to get caught up in the medical matrix because I'm scheduled to fly to the Philippines on March the 8th. And I don't want to get caught up in all these doctor's appointments, your primary doctor, your this doctor, your neurologist, your pain doctor. You know, I don't want to get all caught up in that. And it's very, very frustrating because the pain that I have to endure, I just have to endure it until I can come up with another plan. And there's multiple ways to come up with other plans. I won't get into all of them, but you got to be really careful, especially if your doctor doesn't help you. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, Marky Mark, why don't you just go to the neurologist? If that's the way that you're going to get a mild narcotic to ease your pain at nighttime, especially so you can sleep at night and not be so stressed and blood pressure going through the roof every day, why don't you just go ahead to the neurologist? Well, the reason is, guys, is because they do something called what is it, a pain conduction test or something like that. In other words, and see, my neuropathy has spread all over my body. It's not just centralized or localized in one area like my feet or my legs or something like that. It is rapidly spread through my organs, through my big nerves, my small nerves, I mean, all over my body. And when I say all over, I mean all over. I'm talking about bladder. I'm talking about groin. I'm talking about thighs. I'm talking about butt. I'm talking about back. I'm talking about face, all hands, elbows, biceps. When I say all over, I mean all over. And the neuropathy pain is so random. Like 1 minute you feel okay, maybe a 2, 3 pain out of 10. And then the next hour, you're 9, 10 pain. in an area of your body that you had no clue it was going to hit. It could hit your foot. It can hit your feet. It can hit your toes. It can hit your knees. It can hit your testicles. It can hit your bladder. It can hit your buttocks. It can hit your shoulders. It can hit your back. I think you guys get the point. That's the type of neuropathy that I have. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, Marky Mark, you don't need to be trying to move 8,600 whatever miles to the Philippines if you got all them issues going on top of degenerative disc disease, on top of 10% scoliosis in your lumbar area. I've got all that, guys. I don't mind sharing it with you because there's somebody out there like me that are wondering, do I need to make this move? Do I need to do whatever, right? I'm going to make the move and I'm going to figure out something. And when I figure out something, I'm going to let you guys know. But here's what I'm getting at. In order for me to get my narcotics that I need, to get the prescription written, I've got to go through this pain clinic. I'm not pain clinic. I've got to go to this neurologist, and they're going to put needles all over my body. And they're going to charge it and hit those nerves, and it don't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And I talked to one of my friends that had it done. She just had it done to her legs. And she said, Mark, it was like torture. So you can imagine me having to get it done all over my body, triggering pain all over my body. It's almost like, it's almost like I'm in a torture chamber. And my pain tolerance is way down here, guys. I have dentists that refuse to work on some of my teeth because they thought they gave me enough local anesthesia through the needle. They thought they gave me more than enough, and I could still feel the pain. And they simply gave up and said, okay, you need to go elsewhere. That's the level of pain tolerance that I have, guys. It is very, very low. So the doctor said, well, Mr. Jackson, do you want to go to the neurologist so that you can get this pain assessment done, these needles in you, everything? Then I can properly diagnose you and give you some narcotics to help ease your pain. I thought about it for about 90 seconds. She finally got tired of me waiting, and she says, well, what have you decided? I said, I'm not doing it. She wanted to give me x-rays on my back to see how my scoliosis was developing and how my degenerative disc disease, and if was there any compression or bulging disc or anything like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, if you can't give me something that's going to help me, why are we going through all that? Why am I allowing myself to get into the medical matrix here in the United States and be one of those folks like my patients, because I was a nurse for 25 years. Why do I want to be like the patients that I used to take care of that were my age, but they acted like they were 94 years old? Because they had so much pain. They were leaning over. They were using a walker. They had to be pushed around in a wheelchair. Guys, you can tell by my smile, by my face, by my energy. You can tell by my look that I'm a high energy person. I got a lot of life left. I got a lot of love left. And I got a lot of living left in this body. And I'm not going to be brought down to the point where poor, pitiful me and end up having to live in the rest of my days in a rest home, in a nursing home. You know? It's like the old guy said in that, the young guy said in that movie, he was a gangster. And he said, I ain't going out like that. I ain't going out like that. Well, that's me. I ain't going out like that. I want to live. I want to laugh. I want to inspire people. I want to make other people laugh. I want to be myself. And I want to love again. I know that there's somebody in the Philippines, no matter how my personality is, no matter how my laugh is, no matter how my corny jokes are, my energy level, and no matter how bad my ailments are, there's a Filipina in the Philippines that will accept me the way I am. And I will accept her the way she is. Out of all the millions of women in the Philippines, I'm going to find the right one. I'm not even worried about it. And I know that Davao women are the wifey type, right? Davao women are the wifey type. And I'm not saying I'm going to get married, guys. Don't get all, just relax. I'm not saying I'm going to get married again, but I'm not saying I wouldn't do it again. But I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I just want a life partner. So I got a lot of stuff in my head, guys, as you can tell. I got a lot of things that I got to consider as I sit here in the car in North Kakalaki, USA. For those of you who don't know what Kakalaki is, that we call that North Carolina. We have a nickname for it, Kakalaki, okay? But North Carolina, USA. And on March the 8th, my birthday, I'm flying to Davao City. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to meet the locals there. I'm going to have fun. And how I'm going to deal with this pain and discomfort, I don't even know how many days. I know it's less than 90 days to figure this out, to get what I need so that I can function the way you see me functioning right now. Because right now my pain level is at a 3. It's at a 3 at this second. Now, 15 minutes from now, it could be at an 8. But right now it's at a 3. And as long as it's at, I just bit my tongue again. As long as it's at a 4 or less, I can function. I can live. I can laugh. I can love. As long as it's a 4 or less. But if it gets over 4, if it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, then that's when I need to just relax, take it easy, and just let it pass. Figure out a way to get it past. But the best way is to have a mild medication that can help me with that process. So I just wanted to do a YouTube today, guys. And by the way, while I'm thinking about it, please subscribe. Please like. Look, my goal at the end of 2026 is to have over 25 to 30,000 subscribers. I'm getting close. I have 66 at this moment. 66 subscribers. But I want you to follow me in my journey, guys. From North Carolina to getting on that airplane, to getting on the other airplane, then the other airplane, then the other airplane, and follow my 30-hour journey, or it's actually a little more than 30 hours altogether when you add everything up, till I'm in my hotel room in Davao City. I'm excited about the next several months, the next years coming up, and I'm going to do my best to stay healthy, to get healthy and stay healthy. I know I'm going to have my moments, y'all, but let what I'm doing be an inspiration to you, especially those of you that are like me. I'm a baby boomer, right? Baby boomers were born between 1946 and 1964. So if you were born between 1946 and 1964, you're a baby boomer. But your life ain't over, y'all. Your life ain't over. And you shouldn't have to work until you drop dead. You deserve better than that. I deserve better than that. And I'm not giving up, y'all. I'm not giving up. I'm going to figure this thing out, but I'm not giving up. And that's a promise. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please put it in the comments if there's anything you'd like to say, if you have any questions. But guys, this is Mark Jackson. Marky Mark. This is Marky Mark, Philippines Life. Stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. And don't trust anybody 100%. Take care, guys. I'm out.